This week on Show Me Your News, Sakurai reflects on the last direct in a Famitsu column, our most wanted music tracks in the Mail Time segment, and Toga Damaru rounds out the 11th week of Smash Blog updates. Masahiro Sakurai, I implore you to... Show me your news! Greetings, Smash fans, and welcome back to Show Me Your News Ultimate, your weekly weekend podcasting source recapping the biggest news in anticipation of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. My name is Peter Spezia, but you may remember me as Yoko. Joining me this week, it's Miles Allen, but you may know him as Super.
Cheers, brah.
Cheers! Enjoy those adult beverages. It's Tony Mattingly, but you may know him as Tony TH.
I just remembered the Amanda Show Dancing Lobsters, and that made me happy.
Just the Amanda Show, yeah.
You can buy 15 of them.
I know.
That sounds expensive. And it's Matt Zawodniak, but you may know him as Grimace, the Menace, or Darkrai, or several other names. But Matt, welcome to Show Me Your News Ultimate.
Hey, it's me. I'm here.
But not Darkeron, Matt. That's a completely different person.
Yes, that's a different one.
That definitely confused me for around 8 months.
Confuses me to this. Also, he's my friend from school, and we met at work.
Oh, wow.
Where it was me, him, and another Matt. It was Matt Z.
Less confusing.
Well, yeah, it was Matt Z, Matt T, and Matt E.
Jesus.
It was fun times.
That's something. All right. Wow.
I mean, I have to bring up that, my best friend growing up, my name is Miles. It's not very common. My best friend growing up was Miles.
Nice.
At least he spelled his name with a Y.
That is unusual. Wow.
Yeah, that's like double weird.
Actually, from all the Mileses I found, it's only been very recently that I've been finding Mileses with I's. Growing up, they were only with Y's.
That's bizarre. That's not normal.
I tell you, these West Michigan people. Well, you can join our Discord if you're listening on podcast services. That's over at showmeyournews.com/Discord. You can talk with us. You can talk with the guests. You can talk with fans such as yourself. But most importantly, you can listen to episodes as they're being recorded live. So that is over on our Discord there. Let's jump right into it. Matt, just real quick, let's catch up a bit. I mean, what's new and tell the people what your connection with Smash is.
I'm what you'd call a leading scholar on Sakurai. I've been there since the Brawl days. First joined the SMYN fandom around episode 19, 20, sometime around then. Disputes over how exactly it happened. But I've been around for a while. And this is by no means my first rodeo with Smash Brothers speculation. So I am exhausted with it by now. Seeing all these young kids being like, oh, what if Sakurai is making really subtle secret hints in the background? And I'm like, he has literally never done that ever in the 11 years I have been studying this man. It has never happened.
Yeah, Reddit speculation was not a thing in the Brawl days. So I can only imagine, I'm sure it's also still on Smashboards, but I'm sure it has seeped a whole lot over to that Smash Bros. Reddit. And yeah, you try to set some people straight there.
Now, when I'm watching Death Stranding videos at 4 a.m. that are crazy theories, that man's Kojima, and there's precedent for that.
Oh, yes. Kojima does hide things in the back like that. That's expected. That's not Sakurai, though. That's not his thing.
And Sakurai doesn't lie. It's something you'd like to reiterate on our Discord, but Sakurai never lies.
Oh, yes, absolutely. He's been vague, and he's left things open to interpretation, but he has never said a thing before that just straight up isn't true.
Are we seriously gonna discount up until now?
That's not a lie.
It's a mislead.
Yeah, that's a misleading thing. It's just vague enough.
If you need us to understand how Sakurai misleads, you only need to look to our last direct with Day-to-Day, all right? The man's good at misleading you.
It's also a thing where it was way more vague in Japanese, where it's still kind of pushed towards no-ness, but it's the phrase in Japanese isn't used as definitively as we use it in America.
I suppose I'm more of a Japanese person then, because like when I saw Up Until Now, I saw it as, okay, yeah, up until now he's been alone, but now here he is, Lucas. But man, you guys took that and ran with it back in the day.
It was part of the fun thing to do, certainly.
Quote unquote fun.
Yeah. well, it has been 11 years since then. That's really crazy to think about. So it's good to have you here for this Smash Brothers Ultimate podcast, and lots of rumors to get to, lots of quotes from Sakurai to pick apart before we get into the Smash Blog updates. So a whole lot to discuss. Let's get started right with that Rumor Central. Rumor Central. We have 3 rumors to break apart this week, increasing in their levels of bullshit. Of course, when we start with rumors, we have to talk about what has that Das Vergeben fellow been saying. And so he's been the one who, whether it's with Simon and Ridley and just right before E3, generally, I think we have to point out that it has been that pre-E3 stuff that has been confirmed, and it's because of that accuracy that we've kind of been paying attention a little more to what he's been saying. Nothing really since then has been especially proven true yet, but out of all of the people who are trying to get their 15 minutes of fame, he has the most credibility, certainly.
It's safe to say the original post that he made before E3 is, like, at this point, ironclad. But nothing from his posts afterwards have showed up yet, so they're in the air.
But they are certainly worth discussing, as he posted a couple days ago as of this recording on GameFAQs, saying, "I will say the latest that I have heard is that Square Enix will be getting a new character, though. But I don't know for sure who it is at the moment."
Man, that is really fucking weak.
Yeah.
That's like the weakest. They're getting a Square Enix guy, and I'm like, everyone's like, is it Sora or is it Gino? Who could it be? And then
Could
I'm
be
like,
Zack.
yeah, that's exactly the last bit. It's like, or he's just Zack and he's an Echo Fighter. Which, if Final Fantasy is literally only getting 2 tracks, it's gonna be Zack.
I'm gonna say that if there is in fact another Square Enix character, there is no doubt in my mind it's Gino.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Really? I would go with Echo Zack before that.
I feel like the Final Fantasy franchise, as it stands in Smash, is so light right now that might just be it. I feel like Final Fantasy is a whole other level of like weird licensing stuff going on. Like, I don't think it's Square Enix being stingy. I just really think like there is something up with how they have to market and license that game where it's just not easy for them to get more of it in Smash. So I would put my money on less expecting stuff from Final Fantasy and more see what else the company's got.
That's a very interesting point. And that's what I kind of hear the music situation is. I don't know if it's necessarily them being stingy as it is like just fucking weird licensing bullshit. And also, like, to your point, Gino just fucking shows up in a little mini game in Mario and Luigi.
There's also the matter of the ballot and the Mii costumes. We've started to see pretty consistently that the Mii costumes were a hint towards something. And we'll talk about it later, but the ballot did matter.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, I'll get you the Mii costume. That is something. However, I do want to mention that I remember hearing that Gino was removed in the most recent Mario and Luigi port of Superstar Saga.
Yes, but it's a question of how much do they expect that port to sell versus how much is it worth licensing Gino again?
Well, it's just not a good idea to put anything on the 3DS anymore. Worry what means that.
That's a whole nother fucking podcast.
Well, it's like, to that extent, yeah, is it worth paying the money to license Gino again? Probably not.
Yeah, no.
Also, I'm not like shit talking Zack, and I know Zack is like got a huge like fan base. Like the fans fucking love Zack. Like they just put him at Birth by Sleep for no reason. But I'm
not even a fan.
Zack's like fine. Zack. If he's in there, the only thing I would want them to do is put his little weird exercise he does, the little squats he does. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I fucking love that.
I agree with Gino. As you said, it's the ballot, it's the Mii costume. If any additional character is getting in, Square Enix would also. We talked about a couple weeks ago. I mean, Capcom has 2 characters Sega has 2 characters. It's Square Enix and Bandai Namco that would need another character if they're going to try to all get on that level playing field. And like an Echo wouldn't just do it. I think it would be a new character. And
Miss Pygmy.
yeah, right. The make the dreams come true sort of idea of this game so far with Ridley and King K. Rool, it would lead to Geno.
I would think too that Square would kind of want to test the waters with Geno. The thing, I don't know, this is probably only in my head, but when I saw that Secret of Mana remake, I mean, take it or leave it. I mean, I know it's not as good, but I would think it'd be pretty fucking easy, and they're really friendly with Nintendo again to just fucking remake Mario RPG in that style.
I mean, wouldn't that be nice?
I'd be bad, but I'd buy it. Just fucking give me more of this. Bring Smithy back. I want it.
Really, Smithy? You thought Smithy was a good villain?
No, just all the little fucking weapon guys.
Oh, okay. That's fair then.
Fucking Mac and the Axum Rangers and Yardovich, man. Yeah, it's good shit. It's fun
All
shit.
right, man. I can get behind you on that one.
So we go from Vergaben talking about a Square Enix character, and we descend on the ladder of bullshit to talk about an image that
Just
popped
Snake
up.
Eater in reverse.
Pretty much. To an image that popped up on Reddit that said Dante from Devil May Cry may have been leaked for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And the gist of it is this guy last month, late July, has all these post ideas about things that are in Devil May Cry 5. And this is after, of course, it's revealed, but before we see more gameplay details. And as Gamescom happens, we start to see more and more gameplay and things that start to be confirmed from this. Well, the same guy also says I can verify that the supposed leak of Dante in Smash is true. I've seen the trailer. I can break that down if you guys want. And if you'll indulge me, I shall read what this guy thinks the trailer for Dante involves.
Dog.
Real quick, he says, the trailer opens with a CGI of what I think is one of the Fire Emblem characters being attacked by a giant dragon. But before the attack connects, the screen goes dark and you hear the Royal Guard parry sound. When the video resumes, they show his eye catch, Dante rocks out, and then they show his gameplay. Again, I'm not a Smash guy, so I can only say so much, but I do know my DMC. He uses his outfit and most of his weapons from 4, although I don't see Pandora. Whenever he uses Gilgamesh, the mask appears on his face, which is a nice touch. Lady is shown as an assist character, also in her DMC4 attire. She jumps in and starts firing shots everywhere. For Dante's ultimate, he does a double trigger burst. And if the aura catches them, they get sucked into a cinematic combo with the style meter cranking up to Smokin' Sick style. The end of the trailer has another CGI scene where the girl he protected asks him name, only to be met with him tossing a rose at her and walking off as he gives the same salute he gave to Nero at the end of DMC4.
I like that ending part. Let me tell you why that's not right. Is there would absolutely be Dante and Bayonetta interaction because Sakurai is not stupid.
For sure.
Let me tell you why that's definitely not right. Sure, buddy, you saw a finished CGI trailer with gameplay clips localized in English months before the reveal. Sure.
The producer of Devil May Cry already mentioned that no, Dante is not in Smash.
Oh, that was after this all came out and started talking about. Yeah, they asked him.
He did it as a response. He's like, no, he's not.
Yeah, and this is the guy who's been speaking in English for Hideaki Itsuno. So I think it's Matt. What's his name? He's over at
all the Matts.
captain there. Yeah, more Matts.
Matt Walker.
Not enough.
There you go.
Not
That's
enough,
right.
Matts.
That's right. Yep. So yeah, this is not happening, but it's amusing to see. And as a lot of people also point out, especially in our Discord where some of this conversation happened, Dante uses real guns. You can't just pass it off as Bayonetta magic witch guns. Guns would certainly change the sort of rating on this game.
Isn't the rating a little different in this though?
Is it?
I thought it was like maybe T or something. Not T, but like.
No, I mean guns don't make an M game.
Well, of course
By
not.
any imagine.
But I think that's more because all these fucking characters are dying. I think the rating did go up a little bit.
Well, we can look at Snake's moveset and how that got changed.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So like
Dante would be fucking weird, and I know Snake and Bayo's in there, but like I don't see it. Dante's kind of not been relevant for a long time too. Like I don't think that'd be one they'd pursue.
Mm-hmm.
There's never been a Devil May Cry game on a Nintendo platform.
Yeah.
Like
Never. That's true too.
Cloud himself has never really been on Nintendo, but Final Fantasy is a very important franchise for Nintendo's history. And if you're going Final Fantasy, you're going Cloud. You can't make that same argument for Dante.
You could even stretch the argument to say he's like in some of the rhythm games and shit. Like you could do it, but yeah.
I mean, you can get an E10 rating with guns too. Shadow the Hedgehog had guns, and that was
I guess that's true.
Dante would be weird.
It would be
more
weird.
likely than Dante.
This party's getting crazy.
Dante's been in Project X Zone and X Zone 2, but like that's not good enough. Like that's
So's Kiryu.
Yeah, there you go. Kiryu and Smash, goddammit.
By that means Cloud has definitely been on a Nintendo platform because he was a card in Chain of Memories.
Oh, well.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Cloud is on a Nintendo platform. There you go.
Now let's get to the most nonsense rumor we've come across, but I think it's the funniest to talk about. This comes from thenerdmag.com, who literally says, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate leak from a Nintendo employee. And of course it says...
As my uncle.
Yeah, right, it's your uncle. You know that guy, right? A user on Reddit posted about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. But the good journalists that they are over at the Nerd Mag don't link to a Reddit post. And when you search for a Reddit post with certain aspects of this leak, none exist. So, put a bullet in this one immediately, but I thought it would be worth talking for the amusement of it. Saying that the following is the roster of upcoming characters in the game. Inkling. Ridley. Ridley.
Still fuck that up to be
Together we Ridley.
Simon. King K. Rool. Skull Kid. Bandana Waddle Dee. Gino. Rayman. Porky. Banjo Kazooie. Heihachi. Isaac. And a 7th gen Pokemon rep.
I kind of feel like you should have been like trying to say them as like Xander Mobus would have.
As Xander would. Banjo Kazooie.
Gino.
I think some of the more interesting ones happen with the Echoes, though. We have Daisy, Crom, Dark Samus, Pitcher, which
Excuse me?
Let's just stop right here. Pitcher almost assuredly would have to be an auto-corrected version of Richter. Because I don't think that the position player from NES Baseball would be making an appearance in Super Smash Brothers.
There's one DeWitt in this
Fuck
document.
Nintendo.
That'd be a hell of a pull, though.
It sure would. There's your WTF character from a retro game from Sakurai. In Japan, we love baseball. We can do a pitcher. Continuing on, Shadow, Ken, Glowbox, Black Shadow, Dixie Kong, and Isabel with 2 S's.
That's like, hey, Mitch, what's the one character that Vergaben said? Oh, Isabel. Okay, cool.
I don't know who the fuck that is. We'll put it in there.
I get that Glowbox has a similar moveset to Rayman in the games, but they have completely different fucking bodies.
Mm-hmm.
In height, width, and one has limbs and one doesn't. Like, fuck, like that's a problem.
Forgive me, I haven't played either Earthbound or Mother 3, but to my understanding, in Earthbound, Porky's just a regular guy that doesn't really do anything. And in Mother 3, he's like comatose and a giant mech thing. So in which point is he an echo of Ness or Lucas?
He does not have ESP. He does have some shit going on, but yeah.
Oh my god.
He is actually an echo of King K. Rool.
I said echo, and the stupid Amazon echo that my roommate has was like, oh yes, can I help you?
You want to order some loins of pork? Okay. Porky here's a new character, so probably the mech.
No, it's in the real.
Okay, my mistake. I'd set off the Amazon Echo for nothing.
So I think overall, like, we'll see some of these characters be in the game. A lot of people are definitely leaning more and more towards Skull Kid, and I don't think it's just because of the dumb chair bullshit.
The chairs.
The fucking chairs.
Skull Kid, I'd put at decent odds. He's got the same formula that we have with going on with Dark Samus. Like, he was an Echo that we haven't seen.
Assist trophy,
Echo, assist trophy that we haven't seen yet. The Moon seems to be replacing him as a Majora's Mask assist trophy.
That is a good point.
He would have been fairly requested in the ballot, probably.
We've technically had the same Zelda rep since Melee.
Yeah.
Yeah. DVD Smith in the chat is asking, what would Skull Kid's final smash be if the Moon is an AT? I'm going to put my money on a Landmaster.
Instead of Landmaster, you'll go.
I mean, he can use any, like, this is where we can actually kind of look to Hyrule Warriors as a place where, because he doesn't really use the Moon in Hyrule Warriors.
In Hyrule Warriors, interestingly, like, his quote-unquote final smash in Hyrule Warriors is the Moon, which is also basically an assist in Hyrule Warriors. And also Young Link's final smash, too, in Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah. When you use the weak point smash, honestly, it's more awesome with Young Link, so...
Actually, Skull Kid himself is in Young Link's super move in Hyrule Warriors.
It's true. Then again,
is Alfonso in that game? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, no. That's his Source franchise. He should have been in it, but he's not.
He really should have been. So, just wanted to bring that up. This Nintendo employee leak where you don't even link back to a Reddit post. It's just nonsense. But, you know, I could see some of it happening, but not for the reasons of someone leaking it. That is for sure.
These days, our uncles and our dads don't work at Nintendo because we all old enough to have worked at Nintendo.
Unless it's the 12-year-olds posting on the internet and causing problems for the rest of us.
There are no 12-year-olds on the internet.
They're all playing Fortnite.
Sounds fake, but okay.
Yeah, they're all playing Fortnite. Absolutely.
JPEG.
Let's move on back to a segment called Sakurai Says.
だからもうこれから帰ろうかなって。So I think I'm just gonna go home now.
No, not yet. まだまだ。
Occasionally, when he is not slaving away at Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for our enjoyment, Masahiro Sakurai says some things, especially in the Japanese magazine serial of Famitsu. And so,
it's cereal now?
Yeah, it's just like Frosted Flakes and Smash Brothers. They're great.
So Sakurai has always had a regular column in Famitsu. It's just we never really cared about it when there's not a Smash game coming out.
He keeps talking about Kirby.
Like I've read one of his things where he talks about he just went to a Persona music concert because he's a big fan of Persona, and he talks about the concert for like a whole column.
God, if he's a big fan of Fire Emblem and he puts like 7-8 characters in there, can we get one Persona?
Joker in Smash or my Switch in the trash?
Fuck yeah.
I want mass destruction in this game. That's the song I want.
Oh my
God. Get the fuck out of here. You're right.
Oh, baby. So he had a column in Famitsu this past week, and it was talking about more information about the Smash Direct. These translations come from Source Gaming over at sourcegaming.info. But we kind of pulled some of the more interesting quotes that Sakurai said, starting with Chrom from the Fire Emblem series and Dark Samus from the Metroid series are also joining the fray. I received many requests for both fighters from people in Japan and overseas, respectively.
That's interesting to say. Which part is respectively? The Japanese and overseas, or the Chrom and Dark Samus?
Together.
I'd say they go together. I'd say that, like, respectively, it was Japanese people wanted Chrom, Americans wanted Dark Samus.
When you say respectively, that's generally what you mean, yeah.
I thought Super was asking if he meant that they asked for, it's like, not a lot of people really asked for Chrom, but they did ask for Dark Samus.
Well, nobody's asking for Waluigi, respectively, so...
No, that's just all disrespect and trolling.
If you're gonna pull another Fire Emblem character, and make everyone in the world get sick of Fire Emblem, this franchise that is horribly misrepresented in Smash, there's better choices than Chrom.
Another blue-haired swordsman, yeah.
If you wanted another blue-haired swordsman from Fire Emblem, Sigurd and Seliph are right there. They are like one of the only two mini-series in the franchise left that is not in Smash at all.
Hector, Axe, It's done. Let's go.
Hector in Smash or my Switch still around because realistically Hector's not going to be in Smash.
It'll be a Black Knight Echo for Ike instead.
Yeah,
You know,
that's more likely.
You know what's funny is the Geek Critique guy has brought up in his Smash retrospective that Smash is a kingmaker, and it makes a series more relevant and people check it out more. I didn't even think about this until you mentioned the Fire Emblem thing, but people might actually get Fire Emblem fatigue from fucking the amount of Fire Emblem shit.
I'm a huge Fire Emblem fan, and it disappoints me what Smash has done to Fire Emblem lately, where it's like casual fans of Fire Emblem that like are more into Smash are getting sick of Fire Emblem and don't want any more. And Fire Emblem fans are like, everything's from Fates and Awakening. Like, give us something else from this franchise with 16 games. So it's like, we're in this awful spot where it's like, I desperately want more from Fire Emblem, but please don't put in more from Fire Emblem because people already hate my favorite franchise enough.
What if they put Waluigi in like Fire Emblem gear?
Oh my god.
Waluigi and Fire. Oh my god. Well, that's why you also get people talking about leaks, and it's like, oh, Soren has an Echo for Robin, and it's like, oh, okay, at least it's not another sword user, I guess.
Yeah.
At least it's Tellius and not Fate's Awakening.
Yeah.
Half of the roster is Fate's Awakening.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, you started with Marth and Roy, and that's all you get. I guess
Roy's not even good. Binding Blade is the worst classic game that I've played. It's the worst non-Fates game that I've played.
Zen Jester in the Discord chat says Celica is a better Echo for Robin. I agree, but who knows if Sakurai is a soft spot for Soren? It could be entirely possible. Just wanted to point that one out because it's definitely catering to the different audiences and the requests that he's received.
Anyway, I apologize. Every time I enter a room, it becomes a Fire Emblem conversation. So,
well, it's going to happen when we're talking about Chrom. But Sakurai also said that, quote, even though many have been ported over from previous games, updating the graphics takes a considerable amount of work, and some stages took upward of a year to complete. The Omega and Battlefield variants aren't easy to put together either. Despite struggling to gather the necessary human resources, we made it our mission to put together 100 stages, so I hope you enjoy them. So, a year for a stage aside, I mean, I hope he wasn't talking just about Fountain of Dreams because...
It's Fountain of Dreams.
Yeah. It goes back to the idea of the 100 stage number, or the 103 stage number. Is Sakurai being coy, or is this the final number?
I'm going to say it's vague enough that we can't commit either way. But if I was a betting man, I'd put my money on this is the final stage list pre-DLC.
The more he says about 100 stages, the more I'd be inclined to agree.
And that's a shame, because, I mean, 4 new stages. That's it. 4 new stages.
But there's 300 stages.
Yeah, there's like, that's the thing. Like, you can't just look at it from the perspective of what's new. Like, you got to look at it from the perspective of there's so much in this game. Like, yeah, there's only 4 new stages, but overall there's 100 of them.
And I'm amazed by that. But what's going to happen when we get a new character in a new franchise and they don't have a stage?
Maybe we won't.
Yeah,
That's also a possibility.
Because that's also kind of why, like, when Vergaben says another Square Enix character, I'm like, well, it'd be Gino because he doesn't need a new stage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair. But I mean, there's other characters that I feel like we're gonna get. But yeah, overall, there's not a lot of different franchises that we can expect.
There's like one character from like an unrepresented franchise that I say I really want, being Lloyd Irving from Tales. But it's like everyone else that even like I think is realistic is like they've got stages already.
God, what would you even have as a tail stage? I guess the Tower of Salvation.
Knowing how much Sakurai loves Coliseums, maybe just Mel Tokyo Coliseum.
I hate you.
I'm gonna be bitter about Fire Emblem forever. Just like a heads up.
I mean, you're right though. God, there's so many Coliseum stages. There
Honestly,
really shouldn't be.
Honestly, if the stages take that long to develop, and I'm not upset, like I get it. Like especially looking at some of these fucking stages, it's like I understand that. If he can give us more characters instead of stages, I would kind of prefer that.
characters take even longer.
Oof, yeah,
I
for
would
real.
imagine, but he's still just fucking. Here's a bunch of echoes out of nowhere. So I don't know. There's fucking 70 characters.
That is pretty crazy. Sakurai also said, this is a little bit of trivia, but thanks to improvements in compression technology, we were able to fit all this music into the game without sacrificing audio quality in only a quarter of the space it took in Smash for Wii U. It's like magic.
So I'm going to say that this is the biggest evidence of a story mode, because despite us having like twice as much music taking up a quarter of the file size, we still have the same 16 gigabytes as Smash Wii U was. So what's the rest of that file size? Maybe FMVs for a story mode?
Maybe. It's entirely possible.
Something like that.
Nintendo compression technology is always crazy, though. I mean, like, this game could be 32 to 64 gigabytes, and like they compress it down to 16.
Brawl had terrible compression.
Yeah, the dual layered DVD and all that.
Not only that, trust me, when you're going into and changing Brawl around, music becomes your biggest priority to shrink down.
That's true, yeah.
The BRSTM format is terrible.
They're nasty. Yep, absolutely.
What bums me out is I feel like some guy should go in and give the full versions of the DK rap and the Sonic vocal themes, but I don't think that guy exists, and that makes me sad.
Yeah. If we have to deal with the shitty versions that we got in Brawl, and then, further on in Wii U, oh, God, no.
I mean, the shortened version matches the length of most songs in Smash Brothers. The DK rap, if it was the original version was put in right now, it would be, I think, the second longest song in the entire game.
Frankie's got to take it to the fridge.
I know.
Next Sakurai quote, you can play Squad Strike in battles of either 3-on-3 or 5-on-5, and you can choose between winner goes on or best of X rules. In the first rule set, the winner of a match goes on to face the next opponent. The second rule set is one you often see in judo or kendo matches. So as a sidebar here, that's, 1A versus 2A, 1B versus 2B. Like, it's horizontally across the teams of 3 or 5. Continuing, the team had quite a hard time coming up with a way to denote the fighters in the Squad Strike lineup.
I get it.
It's good that the option exists. I'm happy with that.
Hopefully, with all the different rule sets that they can roll out, we'll see a lot of use for the Squad Strike moving forward in the competitive mindset and for friends.
I think Squad Strike is really cool. I really hope it's online, because I don't have a lot of local friends that play Smash.
That's a good point. I hadn't thought of that.
If it's not online, I'll basically never get to play it. But if it is online, this is going to be like one of the coolest things in the world.
Even if I don't fuck with it, I'm just excited to see new modes that look like fun that aren't Smash Tour.
Yeah.
Like, I don't do stamina, but I love that stamina is there.
Overall, this gives me a lot more reason to go out to Casa del Florge.
Yes,
absolutely. Yeah, definitely a Sminja meetup every year. That's for sure. No, it's good to see that this was confirmed, and I just like to see it actually in action. That'd be nice to see whenever the next Smash Direct or demo or what have you comes around. He also says most fighting games include some sort of meter that fills up and lets you unleash a super special move or ultimate combo. So the FS meter will simulate that feeling. Battles get even wilder than usual, so it might be better suited to casual play.
I have words for you, Sakurai.
Hey, it's from the man himself.
I know, but the man himself didn't want Melee to become competitive like it is. So, you know what? I want FS meter to be for competitive play. Thank you very much. So maybe just do a little effort into balancing them for 1v1s. But I understand that it probably won't, and it probably won't see competitive use, but
based on what we've seen of it so far, it shouldn't get competitive use unless it gets retooled a bit, because I'm not that into competitive. I'm just parroting what I've seen people say online. But the thing of it is the balance between getting hit versus hitting for the build-up, and the fact that Marth's final smash is still an instant kill.
Right, but for a lot of people, it's right in front of them. You have to hit them right dead center in front of them.
That's fair.
So it's hey, don't be right in front of Marth, which generally speaking, yeah, that's kind of where you want to be, because you don't want to be right in Tibber range, but it's that kind of balance between, you know, how you want to fight. Honestly,
Supersonic,
like
good luck.
Yeah.
Supersonic, he just flies through the screen. But like I like see the ways like Lucas's Final Smash has changed to be, you know, completely centered on him. Like, man, you not get knocked off, you know, you're gonna have a hard time, you know, an easy edge guard / a hard time recovering if he's got his Final Smash, which is an interesting play. You know, you want to focus more on, you know, DIing up that way. But I understand that Final Smash is likely will not be there for competitive play, but I would like to see them, at least for a short period of time, because, damn it, it's here. We wanted this.
By all rights, it should at least be tried. But I'm leaning more towards it won't happen.
Right. Actually, if I recall correctly, by following Samurai Panda's tweets, he actually is thinking about actually replacing 1v1 with Squad Strike, with each person bringing in the 3 players. You know, they're 3 characters, and whoever's left over is done.
That
Like,
could be
are
cool.
you- Yeah. So instead of like, yeah, I'm a Sonic main, it's just like, yeah, I know I play these 3 characters,
Mhm.
and you have to, you know, basically fight your opponent on with those characters.
What's up,
The
Mr.
weird-
Wizard? We FGC now. Let's go.
The weird thing about Smash competitive, as far as all this goes now, is there's so many fucking ways to play. It's kind of hard now to like pick which ones we want to do.
And we're
Right.
still never getting items.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have, though. I think.
The fact of the matter is that they spawn randomly.
Yes, no, absolutely. Like, we shouldn't have items in their current form. I just think it would be great if there would be a way that we could get items, but that's not going to happen.
I have jabbed up a bomb that just fucking spawned so many times.
Yeah.
It's like even it's like, well, it doesn't have to be, you know, the bomb. It had you do with the super scope, and then we're just kind of like, okay, cool. I was going to run at you and use a dash attack, but I accidentally picked up an item along the way, and now I have a super scope, and you have a free down smash.
Nah, man, I'm in a bucket. The super scope. Fucking love the bucket with items. So he mentions the fucking Smash ballot, which was a little surprising.
Yeah. He says, I referred to the Smash ballot when selecting characters this time, and King K. Rool from the Donkey Kong series was one who received a ton of votes. In order to make him more K. Rool-esque, we had to make sure he stood up perfectly straight. Of course, we couldn't make him too tall, however, so please forgive us for shrinking him down a bit.
King K.
Then
Rool's too
again, he's too big. Then again, it isn't like anything else in Smash is to scale anyway.
That makes me so mad on so many levels that he said for years that Ridley's too big. And also he's like, well, he has to stand up straight. I'm like, Ridley's slouching, motherfucker. Why is that a problem? Like, I don't understand.
Well,
He just doesn't like Ridley.
I would kind of
If-
say, though, like, K. Rool doesn't look right slouching.
right.
Agreed. And
I
I
do
love
love
how he
it.
looks.
I do love his run animation on all 4s, but like I literally cannot see this character without seeing his Donkey Kong Country TV series. And
Oh, yeah.
I was kind of like, it's gonna be so weird fighting with him and not hearing that voice coming out of him, because honestly, that's the only real media we got out of K. Rool for a
That is
long
true.
period of time.
I have never actually played the old Donkey Kong Country games, so that cartoon is the only way that I am familiar with this character.
Real talk, on my way back from a restaurant with a friend up north, we were going through like YouTube things, and I got on my YouTube recommended the entire first season songs
Yes.
of,
my
of
God.
Donkey Kong Country. And boy, if I didn't completely nail the Pirate Scorn song, like I knew every word on every beat. Like
That's
I could
awesome.
do it.
But do you know the Yeti song?
Dude, Eddie, do we got a deal, Eddie? Eddie, do we got a deal? That was actually the only one I didn't have like any real clue how to say.
The only song I remember to any degree is the one where DK is trying to tell Inka Dinka Dude that he's not useless or something.
Also, Inko, do we have a deal?
I saw that video. I'm sure we've all seen it, and you should go check it out if you haven't. But Nintendo just fucking put up a fight of K. Rool and Snake fighting.
Yeah.
So it was cool to like see him fight more. And
Man, that-
I don't know. I have these moments with Smash sometimes where I'm just playing or watching it, and I'm like watching fucking Metal Gear Solid Snake fight a giant crocodile man from Donkey Kong. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? In
Like they
this
shoot
world?
out the cannonball from K. Rool and then like combo into it as it hangs out there.
Oh, that was so
It was
sweet.
crazy.
Okay, as a fun fact, Super Smash Brothers is not even going to be the first time that Snake is going to fight a Rathalos.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Peace Walker, man.
That's how you
And he
do.
fought the Ape Escape monkeys. Like, he's done some shit. But I guess that was Big Boss technically. We don't need to get into lore shit. But is it a little surprising to anyone else that K. Rool got a ton of votes?
Yes and no.
No
I
disrespect.
I mean, I don't personally care for the K. Rool character. Again, though, I never played the Donkey Kong Country games as a kid. But, like, I'm surprised in that, oh, people like this character. I wonder why. I'm not surprised in, like, whoa, I didn't expect that. Because, I mean, I very much expected that.
How many votes did you get? Did you only get
One.
one vote?
One
Like,
vote.
that's what's fucking crazy to me, that everyone's like, I'm going in on K. Rool, like, only.
The hype's been there since Brawl. I think I'm just more surprised that, like, I wonder where he would stack in comparison to some of those more requested characters.
Where's Goku?
Probably really high up there, but he was the
Yeah.
non imaginable characters or whatever the phrase was back in the day.
What if Sakurai, like, doesn't know who Goku is?
Sakurai has had an interview where he mentions Goku and SpongeBob
Oh God.
Yeah, in the same category.
in the same category in the same breath. He does mention Goku and SpongeBob.
What a fucking timeline we live in.
his final smash now is like, are you feeling it now, Ridley?
Was it Tom Kenny who's SpongeBob?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Getting called in, just kind of like, all right, now we need you to say, are you feeling it now, Mr. Mario?
Yeah, every character, yeah, for sure.
And
I
then
want the
Tom
fucking-
Kenny is just staring.
Bah! I fucking want the codec call for SpongeBob.
David Hayter. All right, you need to now call out SpongeBob. I'm sorry, what?
Mei Ling, his pants are made of square.
You know, so the other day I was reading all the codec calls and all the Palutena's guidance conversations. The codec calls are all way better.
Oh, for sure.
no.
Was it Kojima who wrote them or something like that? Or the rumor was?
I'm sure he was heavily involved. Like, he was heavily involved in, like, the stage, and I imagine the moveset. His moveset's fucking, like, really snaky. I don't know how else to describe it, but
I'm sorry, but like, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I have to say it. Like, there's no way that Otacon wouldn't be in the codec for SpongeBob. I'm sorry. but-
that's true.
it's his favorite anime.
I've watched every episode, Snake.
Jesus Christ.
The codec calls were so cool though, because like they would actually display knowledge of the like of the franchise. And it's like the codec for Marth like describes the plot of Fire Emblem 3, and then it's like in the Palutena's guidance for Robin is like, oh well, Chrom, you can't even use ether. And I'm like, mother. Yes, he can. Yes, he can.
Now I'm just stuck thinking of that fucking snake talking about SpongeBob.
Yeah.
He's from Bikini Bottom. He works for Mr. Krabs, and he's very greedy.
Just a 2-hour fucking, I would listen to all of it.
The codex, I mean, I came across someone in our Discord mentioned it. Like, the codex are just some of those classic things from Brawl. I mean, referencing the by farting. Are you kidding me? It's like, oh my God. Such a classic line.
Him and Otacon yelling Falcon Kick.
Yeah.
The best thing about the codec is it's funny enough that they scream snake, snake, snake if you get killed while the codec's happening.
Yeah.
But there's a fucking codec with Slippy, and Slippy does it. And that's the best fucking thing ever.
My favorite one is his with Luigi, where fucking Snake says it to Colonel.
Yeah. Man, I don't even know how we can move on from there, but like that's good times. And yeah, just take away what a codec call would be with SpongeBob.
Get to Villager, I guess.
I guess it's time for the crux of the Smash Brothers news this week. It's the Smash Blog updates. We start on Sunday, August 19th, with today's fighter number 45, Villager. This fighter attacks using skills from daily life in the village, such as planting, growing, and cutting down trees. They can also use items like nets, slingshots, and turnips. The villager can also put items or incoming projectiles in a pocket to use later.
We were just making fun of the trailer, but I really like the sequence of him down smashing Luigi into the ground, bowling ball, pocketing Lucario's fully powered up blast, and just shooting it back in his face with the fucking smile on his face. I love that villager is much like Wii Fit Trainer, where it doesn't seem like they're fighting. They're just kind of doing stuff. They're just kind of planning shit and going about their day.
And it's, these characters are so much more expressive in their faces than in past games. Like, I think that's got to be said. That's one of the biggest accomplishments in this game. They talk about the 10,000s of, you're right, exactly. And Villager, by comparison, not so much. It's just everything with that creepy little grin on his
As
face.
it should be, though.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, you said creepy little green, and then I'm replaying the trailer. His final smash, where it zooms in on his face, and it's just that creepy little smile that's just shaking. Like he's about to fuck your day up.
Yeah.
And it just shakes on that smile, and you're like, yeah, no, he has murdered people, and they're about
Exactly.
I love his little dance taunt.
Yes.
It's like so nothing. Like there's no fanfare or anything. Just does a little jig.
The trailer also has a new version of the Animal Crossing theme, so give that a listen as far as a new remix there.
I was saying the most interesting part of the trailer is that you can see on the Great Bay stage they added the piece of heart that's there in Majora's Mask in the background.
Yeah.
So funny.
But yeah, I mean, just there's not much to be said about Villager. Yeah, he has all the different Villager skins and male and female, and he rides the Lloyds and all that stuff for his side B.
He's a fun troll character. He's like a slower Game & Watch.
The best screenshot, of course, watering Ivysaur. That's pretty great on the character page right there.
Man,
The humor in the screen caps just it's so underrated. Like you never really see people talking about it, but like it's since Brawl, they've always been really good.
There's at least one that's
he's
just
great.
gold for sure. No, so it's important to get him out there. I mean, we're almost getting to the point where we're getting to be halfway through the characters, so that's certainly important. It continued in the next update on August 20th with today's fighter number 28, Echo Dark Pit. Dark Pit is Pit's Echo fighter. You don't say.
Whoa!
His abilities are mostly the same as Pit's, but his hair and clothes are different colors. He summons different weapons. And Dark Pit, yes, dog, is just awful. And he celebrates victory to a different tune.
Dark Pit was a waste of a character slot.
Dark Pit was the most interesting character in Kid Icarus Uprising.
I understand that, but you can literally pick the black skin for Pit, and I don't fucking know.
He should have been a color like Alf was, but whatever.
My brain always goes to the weird puppet Alf every fucking time, and that's not fair.
Not really any interesting screenshots this time around, not gonna lie. Yes, Dark Pit does have a great theme with that flamenco guitar sort of theme, but yeah, man, he was a clone of clones in Wii U, and
A literal clone in lore.
absolutely.
He made that game. Like, I understand. Like, I'm not mad, but it's just kind of funny.
If Sakurai weren't the director of Kid Icarus Uprising, Dark Pit would not be in this game.
1000%.
Pretty much it, yeah.
I know he talked about you can pick the echoes if you want them all displayed or if you want just them like in the character icon. But I wonder if you can pick like half of them. Because Dark Pit would totally be one I would just want to relegate it to like that.
Yeah, I wish we could do something like that for sure.
I mean, maybe we can, but it's hard to say.
XLev says in the podcast chat over on our Discord at showmenews.com/Discord, if we have story mode, we need to see Dark Pit meet Shadow.
I've gotten myself so amped up for Shadow being an Echo that it's like if it doesn't happen, I'm gonna be so upset.
I know. And everyone's talking about like music choices for Shadow, and we need 4 songs for Shadow. Like, let's just get one to start, please.
Just put that, and I hate Sonic Forces, just put that Westopolis Radical Highway mashup. That's about like his music he's always represented with.
All hail Shadow. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, Shadow's legit good.
Yes, it is.
It's good bad. I love it.
Yeah, no.
Next one, let's talk while we're talking about music, I guess. August 21st. Today's music, you can now listen to the track from the menu screen in Fire Emblem Heroes. For the first time, we're announcing the name of this track. Gear up for Enjoy Hiroki Morishita's arrangement. Let's listen to that excerpt. So, this, as someone who does not play Fire Emblem Heroes, this really plays on one motif, huh?
Song stresses everyone out.
It's only the beginning of the song that's like that. Like, we heard this song like right from the beginning. A lot of Smash songs have intros that are different from the song as a whole.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is the song for like Nintendo mobile games. It's just so ingrained in me from like hours of just like looking at skill inheritance and figuring out like who I'm gonna 5-star and just send home and everything. And it's just, this song is my life.
Like, I stopped playing about 8 months ago, and I come back very little bit over the last month or so. But like, man, its song is still ingrained into my mind. And I just have to say that now that it speeds up, boy, I didn't need that anxiety.
Tempest Trials are ending in 5 minutes.
Yeah, honestly, that would be a great time to put this song into Heroes, the sped up version. Just kind of like, you only got 5 minutes to get into Tempest Trials, or you only got 5 minutes to put your vote on whatever waifu you have in the tournaments.
The best way I could describe this song is if it was Sonic's drowning music, but it just sped up and didn't stop.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Also, to it, it's like a fucking. I did hear somebody say Siva Gunner like when it updated somewhere in the Discord.
Yeah,
but what I was gonna bring up again is the fact that we brought up Fire Emblem just being overrepresented, and then it's like today's music, and I'm like, Fire Emblem, shit.
Yeah,
and also doubly mad, and this isn't their fault, but in the Discord, I saw somebody like, I didn't think we'd get Heroes music, and I thought Sonic Heroes and got really fucking excited.
Yeah. Morishita is the composer also for Awakening and Fates, so like it just even continues, and you can also hear it in the music. So yeah, not even a crossover on this one. Like, it's literally the composer for these songs. It does make me think of different Nintendo mobile games. I mean, does Super Mario Run get representation? Does Pokemon Go get representation?
I think Mario Run should get money first.
Yeah, right. Maybe it should. I don't need Pokemon Go representation. I'll tell you that much. I usually have the music off when it comes to all of that. So I don't want to have music blare like in public. Like, no, I'm sorry, pass.
Throw something in from Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee, maybe. But
sure. Those are going to be great remixes. Of
those will be
stuff.
out. Fuck, I'm really excited for that too. That'll be a fun distraction before Smash is out.
Those are my favorite mobile games.
Speaking of Pokemon, on August 21st, at the later part of the day, today's item, Pokemon Togedemaru. This Pokemon shoots sparks from its body. You'll take severe damage if they hit you, so we recommend keeping your distance. Yeah, he's the Gen 7 Pikachu.
It's just another Pikachu Echo.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know this person, Togedemaru. Okay.
Yep. It's
He's
literally
a fat little boy.
He's a fat little boy. He's the Gen 7 Pikachu. Not an Echo for Pikachu or Pichu, though he could have easily have been if they really wanted to. So, especially with electricity and taking damage and things like that.
Same with glow blocks. It's a different shape.
He could be a Jigglypuff Echo.
You know, he could. He's got the shape. It's a Jigglypuff seen from above.
Guys, I fucking hate that they make a new Pikachu every game. They already made Pikachu stop.
Oh, it absolutely sucks.
So I'm looking at his like actual attack, and I'm just kind of like, I'm like, man, he looks like Needle and Spark from Crystal Shards. His shape is Needle, and his effect is Spark.
That's the wrong game, though.
It's the wrong game, but he's literally the shape of Kirby.
Yeah, that's the Kirby fucking Spark ability. You're right.
Yeah, it's literally just like double Spark ability plus the actual Kirby Needle from Crystal Shards. That's all this is.
I think, if I remember correctly, he was confirmed on the website, but not in the direct. So like we knew about his existence, but it's good to see his effect here. So
Is it good?
it's fine. Like it's okay, but we're gonna.
That's
move
right.
on.
It's him.
It is.
I know it's silly, but like we had that direct rehashy week, and we're back to like the fighter things. I'm like, all right, and then it's like, oh, a cute little Pokemon. Like it still like gets me a little excited
Yeah.
to just see
Boy,
something kind of new.
I'm happy we don't get rehashes on the website anymore.
Whap whap.
We'll get to the last one.
Yeah. But first, on August 22nd, today's fighter number 59, Duck Hunt. This duo excels at long-range attacks like kicking exploding cans and throwing clay pigeons. For their final smash, 3 games from the Light Gun series team up: Duck Hunt, Hogan's Alley, and Wild Gunman.
Duck Hunt has less than 1 song and its actual game, and they still managed to get more music in Smash than Final Fantasy.
God
That's a new
damn it.
trailer. It's a new mix of the song they already made for Smash 4.
Yeah,
You're right.
it sure is.
Duck Hunt was such a weird character choice, but he's so cool and unique and just fun.
He's so amazingly expressive.
Absolutely.
That's honestly my favorite thing about him. Like, I sincerely love his, like, I think that's his forward tilt. You can see it at 10-second point where he hits Diddy from behind. Like, he has this smug ass grin when he hits Diddy, and I'm just like, yeah, all right, I like Duck Hunt now. That's fine. And then he shoots Sonic in the face, which is also fine.
Make a $5 budget Duck Hunt. Like I'd play it.
Yeah. Yeah, why
Yeah.
not? Use the basic infrared sort of pointer functionality for the Joy-Con on the Switch. That's all you got to do.
What are we fucking doing all this HD Rumble shit if not for a new Duck Hunt?
Exactly.
Duck Hunt's not as worth playing as you remember.
Oh, it's a cute little distraction.
Yo.
Like I said,
Hold
make it a
up, hold
$5
up,
game.
hold up. I was just playing Duck Hunt not a week ago on my NES. All right, it's fine. It's a good game.
It's worth playing for the novelty of the Zapper. For example, the Virtual Console version, there's no point in playing
Okay,
it.
okay. I'll get you on that one because, like, man, there is nothing more badass than like just turn the gun sideways or something like that. Just like swagging on it. Once you start getting so good at Duck Hunt that you can swag on it, then it starts becoming like a new tier of game.
I don't want like an HD $60 Duck Hunt. Like the original Duck Hunt's packaged with Mario Brothers. That's cool, you know?
Like a Duck Hunt $60 and you just get like a machine gun and you have to aim it and kill like 50 ducks. Man,
Now that you bring it up.
Duck Hunt T14. This is the ESRB episode, by the way.
Yeah, sure. The screenshots, nothing too interesting, and just got the one with the 3 costumes like that. That's
By the way,
Yeah,
his
that's it.
costumes are just like kind of baller, I'm gonna say.
different
They're
breeds of
all really
dogs. Yeah,
I love all the different dogs. They all look absolutely adorable. Like I can't do vanilla Duck Hunt. But oh, by the way, there actually is something very interesting here. Duck Hunt can do the directional air dodge out of up B.
Could he do
yeah.
that in Smash 4?
You don't have directional inputs in air dodges in
Oh.
Smash 4, so no. Whether or not he can air dodge out of his up B, I don't know. But the directional air dodge out of up B is actually a huge boon to his character. Because otherwise, much like Pit and Rob, they're just kind of out there when they're up being. So the fact that he actually has a movement option and a defensive option will mean a lot for the character.
I bet Sonic probably can too.
I doubt that.
Yeah?
I very much doubt that.
All right.
I need to play Duck Hunt more. I think that's kind of what I take away from seeing a lot of the.
Duck Hunt's really cool.
Yeah, it's just like I didn't give him much time in Wii U, so yeah.
It's because Wii U sucked.
Yeah, that's probably why. And then the last update is on August 23rd. Today's item, Alucard Assist Trophy. Alucard will attack nearby opponents with a flurry of slashes. As the son of Dracula, he can also turn into a bat and charge at opponents farther away. By the way, when you read Dracula backwards, you get...
If you read
About 400 pages of random gibberish.
damn it! I was about to.
I know you were. I was more excited.
I was about to make that joke like a bad joke on the show, and then I read the text before you got there. I'm like, oh man, really? Dr.
Yeah.
Acula, no.
Oh man. Oh
Is
gosh.
he voiced by Takahata 101?
Maybe. That'd be cool.
I hope that mods will be more available for Smash Switch, just so I will have that ability.
And Alucard's
Well-
a beautiful man.
I mean, you didn't hear it from me, but mods are fairly well available for Smash Wii U right now.
Right, I know.
Wii U hacking is not at a difficult stage, we'll say.
Yeah. But I just want Alucard.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if it was the case in Smash 4, but does the clown card get upset when you hit it like in Smash 4?
He's like,
I
"Oh,
think it does.
It does, but it is great to see here, and I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah, good screenshot there. It's kind of going, wah. Exela brings up again in the chat. He says, I love that pick where the son of one famous video game villain beats up another son of a famous video game villain.
My dad can beat up your dad.
Now, you say it's a video game villain, but to be fair, Bram Stoker's Dracula is canon to Castlevania. So
This is
really, he is, in fact, just regular Dracula's son. Not so much the video game son, but he's regular Dracula's son.
Bowser saved the world a couple times too.
Yeah, he's been a good
I
guy
could be that
sometimes.
guy.
I could do a whole podcast about how much I was just inside story.
We
My-
need Gimpy for that one.
Yeah,
My
that's
favorite thing
true.
about the original novel being canon to the Castlevania universe, by the way, is the way that I read it online is that according to the Castlevania games, the Bram Stoker's Dracula novel is canon to the universe. According to Bram Stoker's estate, it definitely isn't.
That's
Well,
funny.
you don't get to say.
Yeah, when I first read the "you get," I almost thought, I was like, God damn, America, like you're messing up the translations again. But it's like, oh, okay, I guess I get the kind of tone they're going for. It's just a weird way of phrasing it. It feels like a very Japanese like expression that was just brought over.
So does that mean I have to name my son Selim?
Maybe
Tony, what's your son's name?
I can't even.
Not.
Yeah, I guess so.
I would be Retep.
That's kind of cool.
And then over there we got Tem.
Sure.
We got-
Tam.
We got Undertale over there.
I guess that game.
Can you tell we don't have much to say about Alucard?
We really don't.
I was just about to go into a tangent of Sans and Smash.
Mm.
Dude, I want that though. A little bit.
It'd be kind of funny, just as an assist trophy.
Well, then Alfonso will have to be Ness. That game theater was bad, you guys. I did the joke.
Well, those were the updates for this week. It was not fantastic, but yeah, it'll do. I'm hoping for a better music, to be honest, next week.
I'm sorry. It's just like, that's okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
Let's get to the mail.
That's right. Let's get to that mail time segment.
Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me wanna wag my tail. When it comes, I wanna wail.
You can ask questions on mail time over on our Discord server, showmeyournews.com/Discord. We have a section just for mail time questions. You can also tweet us on Twitter at showmeyournews. We have 3 questions this week. They're all about music. It's a music bonanza. We'll start with Phantom Star 64, who asks, what are your top 5 favorite Smash Brothers tracks from any of the past games?
That's a killer fucking name.
Yeah.
Phantom Star 64. I love
That
it.
sounds like a game, like a cancer
Yeah.
game that you don't know about.
That sounds like a JoJo part.
Yeah. JoJo Part 10, Phantom Star 64.
I'll go first, and I'll say number 5, Xenoblade Chronicles Medley. Too many good songs in that one.
Fair.
That'd be, of course, from Wii U. Number 4, Angel Island Zone from Brawl.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, let's go Fountain of Dreams from Melee.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
It's got to be on your top 5.
You can still pick it.
It's not like Smashdown here, okay?
I have a theme of calling out my fellow ghosts and telling you fuck you. All right? It's the lore.
Number 2, Menu 1 V3 from Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. It's taking the Melee sort of menu 1 theme and it kicks it up a notch on that Final Destination there. And number 1, it's gotta be Bramble Blast from Brawl.
I knew you would.
It's gotta be.
That one is very good. I forgot about
It's
that one.
I
the
knew
best.
you would.
It's the best.
I'm gonna take step 2. All right. My first one, of course, Fountain of Dreams. Then it's Together We Ride from Melee.
Good one. Yep.
I think it was just called Fire Emblem at that point.
Right.
And then-
Correct, because it also has the Fire Emblem theme in it.
Yes. Then it would be Metal Battle from 4.
Mm-hmm.
That music just has me going.
Kind of underrated too.
Yeah. And then I'm debating which one I'm going to reveal next, but I'm going to have to go with Bowser's Castle version M from Project M.
Oh, okay, fine, sure. Got to get that game in there.
Come
All
on,
right.
man.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
Whatever you
but
say.
it's so good.
That game's
All right.
illegal. You're going to jail.
I don't care if I'm going to jail. I'll punch a cop in the face.
That you'll also go to jail for that.
Right. I'm already going to jail.
He's
Double
right.
down. But yeah, no, dude, like, he just did a really great job. Like, I believe his name is Garrett Williamson.
What's the mix of it? Like, just describe it to everyone else.
It's awesome, is what it is.
Describe it to those of us who aren't criminals.
Okay, for a lot of you played Project M, and a lot of you watched the trailers on YouTube. So it's the one that was playing during the Project M 3.6 trailer. A lot of you will know what it is from there. I just loved it a lot. It was debate between that and the Smash.
Is it a remix of certain Bowser's Castle or what?
Yes, Super Mario World's Castle theme.
That's what I wanted you to fucking say.
Thank you.
And number 5 is, of course, the Wi-Fi waiting room.
Yeah, good song.
That's a
Also
good
known as the
point.
Show Me Your News ending theme from Brawl.
It is. I just love that song. It just gets you that little bit of pumped.
I guess I'll go. Brawl's soundtrack has come up a lot, and Super's always kind of been like, eh. And I kind of wanted to defend him a little bit because I was thinking about it, and like, I think it's more the instrument set of Brawl that like hasn't aged as well. Like the melodies and the arrangements are pretty good, but when I'm especially listening to Smash 4's music, I'm like, Jesus, this Norfair violin mix is like insane.
Yeah.
That's true.
I did want to go with I fucking love this because I didn't expect to love it. Luigi's Raceway and Brawl. It's just it's a great mix.
Yeah.
Fountain of Dreams, of course. This one's silly, but it just makes me happy and I love it every time. The Light Plane vocal mix.
Oh, yeah.
That song's fucking good, man.
It might be bad that the first one I thought of was the dog bath one. The papaya.
Yo, that was my number 6.
Oh, really?
The Light Plane vocal mix, Siva Gunner mix is fucking amazing. And you should go look at that. Pollyanna, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's the Earthbound
Yeah.
theme from Melee.
Yeah,
It's
good one.
fucking
Pollyanna.
great. And fucking Airman from Mega Man, the mix they did.
That's
Fucking
It's
awesome.
a really good one. All right, Matt, you're
Okay.
5.
Bring us home. Take it to the fridge.
So I've also got the composers that arranged them because
Okay.
you start to
Nice.
see a trend in mine.
Ah,
Nice.
Juice to know it.
The first thing that I want to do is give an
Don't.
honorable mention to Ashley's song version 2 because it's arranged by Keiichi Okabe, the composer of Nier and Nier Automata.
Good,
yeah.
yes.
It's one of the
That is
best
a good
songs
one.
in Smash 4.
Oh my gosh, I did not know he did
is,
that.
in fact, a good one.
I didn't know he did that either. That's really cool.
That's the one that's in Smash 4. I think it was in the Japanese version only. It's not the one that we remember from Brawl that had like the localized vocals.
Eye of Newt, I cast a hex on you.
Right,
I
it's not that one.
wouldn't have been mad if you picked that song though, because I like that song.
I nearly did. We've got first. I'll start with my favorite, just because they're listed in order of. I scrolled down the wiki page and picked them out. My favorite song in the entire franchise is "Gear Getaway," arranged by Noriyuki Iwadare from Smash
get it.
4.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I get
It's
that. That's a good
it's
choice.
so good. It's all jazzy and just incredible. I love it. Next, we've got Gerudo Valley, arranged by Ryo Hamamoto. That's the Smash 4 Gerudo Valley, the best version of Gerudo Valley that we've gotten.
This is true.
We've got City Trial, arranged by Noriyuki Iwadare.
Oh, come on. Come on now. That's not fair. I agree. All right. I'm gonna go ahead. Metal Battle. Refer to a City Trial.
Okay.
Right, because you right.
I'm going to take 0-2 Battle, arranged by Koji Hayama.
As much as I love that song, I just don't think there was enough to it.
It's tough for me to say why I love it so much. It jumps out. I almost put the Metroid Escape theme from Smash 4 because I like how it ramps up from 8-bit to like orchestrated as it goes on. But the 0-2 battle it has a tone for the Kirby series that just kind of works for me.
Okay. You know what? Okay.
And my fifth choice is With Milla's Divine Protection, arranged by Noriyuki Iwadare.
Good song. So I'm taking you also like the Phoenix Wright games and how they are composed.
Well, so someone else said a Noriyuki Iwadare song too. I forget which one it was. Airman stage.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Milla's Divine Protection, the Celica battle theme from Fire Emblem Gaiden, it ends up being a better mix of that than Shadows of Valencia's. So
go figure. That's a good question. It took a lot of research overall, but I'm glad we answered that. So
yeah, granted, Milo's Divine Protection is actually the only one I can remember outright. So that actually has to be a great mix of the song because it's the only one I remember.
It's so good. It's like the original song from Gaiden is really good, and the Shadows of Valencia version's not bad either. But the Brawl version of it is incredible. I love it so much.
Rubber Cyborg asked the next question. He says, I know many gamers, including myself, love the music in our favorite games. It is a large part of what makes them so memorable. Out of all the franchises in Smash Ultimate announced so far, what are 2 or 3 of your most wanted songs for the game? Personally, I'm going to die if something from Tropical Freeze is not in. Maybe Deep Keep. I would also really love Incoming from Splatoon 2, and also maybe Oblivia, Day Theme from Xenoblade X.
I like that pun.
Yeah.
Olivia's a really good song.
I don't know. Black Tar. I kind of want Black Tar from Xenoblade X. Hello? Is this thing on? Although another one, I think I've said it before, is Love Deterrence from Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Kind of need that one in there from Metal Gear.
As much as I would love Snake Eater with the lyrics, because nobody else was jumping in, I'm going to go with the Mulgira battle theme from Wind Waker.
I think
that's in there, though.
Well, we've got an original.
But specifically, I want it done by Junjino.
Everyone just wants everything done by that man, and I'm not mad.
Well, my second song is actually a Sonic song, but not done by June. I would like to see Metal Gear composers take on What I'm Made Of.
Fuck yes.
Oh my god, that's such a good song.
It's really good.
I want that song. I want it for Smash. I want it done by someone who's not Sonic-y. And honestly, I love what the Metal Gear composers do for Smash. So I would love to see somebody get their hands on that song and throw us a What I'm Made Of remix.
That'd be awesome.
This isn't like I need this music because it's really good, but it makes me mad that the Splatoon's levels last minute isn't the fucking like wind down music to the fights. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, why is that not a thing in the timed battles? Like, that just should be a fucking no-brainer.
Other 30-second songs.
Yeah, exactly that. I feel like they've timed shit to the Icicle Mountain. Like, I don't see why they couldn't.
I mean, this is something they literally do on Suzaku Castle.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Did they do that also for Mushroom Kingdom?
Yeah, it should be that makes me mad that that's not a thing. Maybe it will be a thing, or maybe it's a thing and I haven't noticed, but I'm pretty sure it's not. I want Hydro City 2 Act 2 Untouched. I don't care what fucking version. It's literally my favorite video game song. And I fucking love the last boss fight in Paper Mario, both versions.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, so many Paper Mario Thousand Year Door songs. Just so many of them.
Duplis's fight is just fun.
I fucking love the Smorg battle. Like, that's a weird one. I'm a big fan of.
Weird one.
But if I had to pick something I think would have a chance, it's definitely that fucking last fight in Paper Mario.
It is good. Like, I just feel like Sakurai is just so weird that he would go for the Duplis or the Smorg. Those are the two songs I think he would go for. But in a more broader Nintendo sense, yeah, the Shadow Queen fight.
The Shadow Queen fight's really good too. I really like the fucking Lava Piranha music that like has two phases.
Yeah.
It's like a silly one I'm like a huge fan of that I don't really like hear brought up much.
Shoutouts to Rundus from Metroid Prime 3. His battle music.
Oh yeah, Vegeta.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess I gotta go. I cheated a little bit. I took 4 because one song is just like replace this song that's already in with a better version. and that's replace Power Hungry Fool from Path of Radiance with its companion piece in Radiant Dawn, Beauty is a Cruel Mistress. They're both themes for the same character, but one of them is a battle theme, and I feel like we should get the battle theme in here.
Shout outs to Power Hungry though, 'cause I really like that song, even though it's not really a fight song.
So, my full-on choices, first of all, is Focal Line from Hyrule Warriors.
Okay, yes. Yes.
It's my favorite song on the Hyrule Warriors soundtrack because it does one of my favorite things that music can do, where it's like the tension of the song is building for so long, and it's a hype song in its own. It's a really good song, and the climax of the song, like where it that it all leads up to and finally reaches, is all of the instruments except for the main melody drop out for like the last resolution of the song. And every time it comes up in the middle of a map on Hyrule Warriors, it's just like, oh my god, yes, I am ready.
It's so good.
Yep. You are completely right about that. That's actually a song that pulled up right before I sat in for Show Me Your News, because I was playing Hyrule Warriors, because of course I was playing Hyrule Warriors. And no, Focal Line was the one that jumped in halfway through the map, like, you know, hey, go beat the commander now, adventure map, and they played Focal Line. I'm like, thank you for this. I needed this.
My second song is Uncontrollable from Xenoblade X. It is the battle theme when you're fighting a tyrant, and also a favorite song of Siva Gunner. So, like, the main reason that I need Elma in Smash Brothers is so we can get Sawano on the composer's list.
God, yes.
Because
Absolutely.
Sawano's incredible, and I just want him to do, just make an alternate version of the entire soundtrack, all done by Sawano.
Attack on Titan, Kill la Kill. It's amazing.
Okay, thank you. I was very lost there for a second because
And Xenoblade X. My third song, also say Birabato Kingdom from Super Mario Land, the main overworld theme that everyone knows from it.
Super Mario Land 1 or 2?
1.
That one's nice too. I really like the 1 and 2.
Oh yes, the one song in Super Mario Land 2.
I fucking love it.
I think that Super Mario Land 2's music, a lot of people sleep on it, even though it's really, really good. And like we have one song from it in Smash, but it's like the least interesting song in the entire game.
Yeah,
That's true.
That one's
That's
nice,
also very true. But
so, like, let's get the best song in the game, even if like the name makes no sense because they mistranslated Pyramid.
Fair enough.
Very good list indeed. Let's get to the last question. It's from It's a Bug Hunt Man. He says, almost as sad as not having another fighter. It stinks when certain games don't have any music representation. Yes, indeed.
Gesundheit.
With over 800 tracks this time, which currently underrepresented series do you want to see? I'd love to see some remixes of Chibi Robo tunes. That's interesting. Give me 2 series that you want to see music from.
I didn't choose to, but I sort of chose an entire system. I would love to see some remixes, and this is all Sonic, by the way. I would love to see some remixes from some Master System / Game Gear Sonic songs. Give me some Triple Trouble. Give me some Bridge Zone. He's only got, like, original tunes. Do you really want to listen to Emerald Hill again? Do you really want to listen to Green Hill again? No, he needs some Master System.
Why the fuck is Scrap Brain in there?
Remix songs. He needs a remix of Bridge Zone. He needs a remix of Triple Triple songs. I need some Sonic Chaos Special Stage remix songs right now. Okay?
Sonic Spinball.
Okay, maybe not that, but I mean,
I like that at first level. Sonic Battle is really good music with a shitty like sound chip, and I would love Sonic remixes.
That's actually a good point too. So yeah, all right. So GBA games with an actual good sound chip to them, as in that an actual sound chip just playing. That's what I want to see. That's 100% what I see. That's what I'm passionate about. Because damn, there are some good tunes on those systems that we are not getting right now that don't see the light of day that they should be seeing. All right, they see shadows on the wall.
All right, Bug Hunt Man, I'm going to give you an actual answer here.
Excuse me?
Because Sonic is not an unrepresented series. Unrepresented series would be something like
underrepresented.
No,
underrepresented, not unrepresented.
Okay, but that's not what the question
I'm
is.
sorry, you said unrepresented.
It's not what the question is. So, unrepresented
Don't
series.
listen to me, I'm wildly wrong.
Tales of Symphonia, or just Tales of.
Yes.
Let's get some music up in there.
Get Fatalize in here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sakuraba. Let's get
Motoi
Motoi Sakuraba. Let's get his work in there. or you can remix it. And we've mentioned on a past show, anything from Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
Shovel Knight, I mean...
I hope he counts like being an assist trophy. We can get a Shovel Knight song because Halls of the Usurper is the best song in gaming in the past couple of years.
It is really good. I like the Propeller Knight music, and then you got to go with the classic of Strike the Earth. I mean, that's just
It's so good.
That's the best.
I'm gonna say for my own. First of all, I'll say It's the Bug Hunt Man has a very good choice of Chibi Robo, which is probably the most underrated video game of all time. And unfortunately, all the sequels are awful. But so for me, I think Megaten it needs to be on here big time. It's Sega. Sega's already in Smash Brothers. Just give me some Megaten.
Whether it's the original or even Persona, like just put it in there.
Yes.
God, Persona.
And I cannot believe that there's no Rhythm Heaven in Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking about it today, and it's like the Airborders theme is like probably like the one song I want in Smash Brothers more than anything from a franchise that is currently not in Smash Brothers.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed for character, but Rhythm Heaven needs music. Tony, I know you've said in the past Persona.
Yeah, Persona 100%.
Also Dragon Ball.
Damn it, dude. I got one runner on this fucking shoehorn Dragon Ball.
Guys, but like the thing is, between all your Persona shit, like you need to have Persona in Smash. Like I want an unrepresented
Joker in Smash.
or you're switching the trash. I get it, but like when I read this question, I thought, okay, but you need to choose a Smash series to pull a song from.
I mean, Glory of Heracles is in.
Fair enough.
Baten Kaitos is in.
I didn't know what to do.
Wonderful 101.
I just hopped in super Sonic fanboy time because I fucking love Sonic music.
Well, there is so much to cover on that episode there. Considering what we had to pull from, I think we did a pretty decent job overall. That'll do it for this episode of Show Me Your News Ultimate. Matt, thank you so much for your time. Great insight.
Yeah, thank you for letting me back. I'm probably out of everyone that's been on this show, I have the least claimed for being a legitimate member. I just decided one day that was important.
Yo, man, you've been doing the Smasher piece, which, to be honest, I'm a little jealous about, because A, that's a badass name, and B, I kind of want to be a part of Smasher Pieces because of the badass name.
Oh, we can get you on one day. Don't you worry.
On top of telling people what Smasher Pieces is, please plug away. Tell people what you got going on. Yeah.
So Smasher Pieces, myself and Joe, you may know him as the Jobaga, came up with the insane idea to play one game for each character featured in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It is single-handedly the reason that I do not want another Kid Icarus character, because there's literally no more Kid Icarus games.
Please play Revengeance and just confuse everyone.
At this point, I'm like, okay, we're playing another one of the Castlevania games for the Medusa heads. That's as close as we're
Fair enough.
If Viridi's in, we're playing Gardening Mama. That's been decided 100%. So, Smash to Pieces, we play the games. We do a lot of streaming for them. Me and him both have streamed the entirety of Castlevania, Duck Hunt, Ice Climber, and most of Kid Icarus. We just released our episode on Castlevania today of the podcast. You can find that at anondino.squarespace.com. I should probably check that, but whatever. You can find us on Twitter, Smash to Pieces, and of course, anywhere you get your podcasts, Smash to Pieces will be there. We're about to start Super Mario Brothers 2 USA. If you want to join in on the fun and play the games with us, talk to us. We don't really have anyone that says anything to us on Twitter or anything, but if you do, by all means, we can.
Hey man,
comments to put on the show.
Hey man, just throw out a tweet about Guy Fieri. Apparently, I threw a tweet out there to the ether about Guy Fieri about 2 hours before this episode, and I'm still getting fucking notifications of people retweeting me.
Good. So yes, Smash to Pieces is pretty much the only thing of note that I do.
And then you're on Twitter.
Yes, I can't really say much because it might not end up happening. I have an interview to be a part of a site coming up soon, but obviously I might get rejected, so I don't want to say anything exciting about it yet.
Hey man, fingers crossed.
Maybe soon
after the fact we'll say something.
Yeah, right. Maybe soon you'll see me elsewhere on the internet.
Sweet. I would like that. You have a lot to say.
I have too much to say, especially if you say anything about Fire Emblem or
There
Corrin.
it is. There it is.
You are on Twitter, Matt, at Grimace Do Menace.
That is correct. Twitter's character limit is too short for Grimace the Menace. So,
Super and Tony, you guys playing anything?
Dude, I'm playing Hyrule Warriors. I just said that.
I meant like anything other than that.
I was looking at Hyrule Warriors, and then Solitude Slicer, Soul, as most people in the Sminja community know her, as mentioned offhandedly that to beat a map 100% or whatever, you have to get all of the costumes and stuff. And I'm like, you know what? No, I'm going to 100% this for reals. So, like, she has been the reason I've been spending way too much goddamn time playing Hyrule Warriors, especially on the Great Sea map, because that's the closest.
Yeah,
she
that's
ruined your life.
That's quite the map. I'm on that one myself. Tony, you playing anything?
Mm-hmm.
But if we're randomly plugging things, I'm working on a weird little sprite comic tournament thingy on the. Check the Twitter and Yoko's show notes that he always plugs it.
Yes, the middle ground.
Check
over
out
there.
a weird Saiyan hedgehog fight a weird frost demon Frieza race, man. That's your jam. It's just a fun little thing I've been doing again on the side.
Also, everyone should play Ocarina of Time randomizers because they're really fun.
True that. These guys, mostly Tony and Peter, have told me to play Hollow Knight because
Hollow Knight's so good.
I just bought Hollow Knight. I'm going to give that a try before The Messenger comes around, and then Spider-Man is going to hit soon. So I just finished up episode 1 of Walking Dead final season, so I've been busy on the game front.
Good shit.
Hollow Knight has finished downloading during this podcast.
Hollow Knight might legit be the best indie game I've ever played.
Enjoy. It should be fun.
And it is no doubt objectively the most value for your dollar you're ever going to get out of a video game. The fact that they're selling it for $15 is unreal.
Less than 10
Tony,
right now on sale.
Okay, hold up, but you still got tax. It's $10.60.
Okay,
it's
fine.
$10.60.
Okay.
Honestly, they could charge $30 for this game, and I'd still be like, they might be underselling it a little.
You hear that, Tony? They're underselling it now. You might want to go back after your 12 hours.
I'm okay.
That's fair enough.
I'm not good enough at the game. It's fine. It's not the game.
I want to be good at the game.
Supers on Twitter at Solharath. Tony on Twitter at TonyTH_GHH. You can find me on Twitter at Pete Speakeasy. For everyone,
go to twitter.com/smasterpieces.
There you go. All right. We're going to call it for that with everyone. I'm Yoko. We're out. We'll see ya. Show me your news.